my makeup, my crazy makeup. My brother's staring at me. He's like, "Why is your face all pink?" I'm like, it's berry juice. I'm testing the berry juice. I look a little clownish right now. It's my mask. Just realize the thing about narcissism is you want to be around them. I mean, you want to be around them and not. You want to stay and help them, right? If it's someone you really care about, you want to stay and help them. But you have to realize that every time you come around them, they got to put on their mask. Oh crap! They got to pull out their mask out of their pocket. They're like the fastest. What do you call them? Fast draw. What do you call that? When you draw it out of your, when you draw the thing, the pee-pee. When you draw the pee-pee, they're like the fastest. As soon as you come around, right? Or as soon as you call, whatever. When you go to interact with them, they gotta put on that mask. Right? So I realized I'm stressing this person out just from being around them. I'm stressing this person out. Because they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta put on my mask. And I'm like, and I'm just thinking, is it better for me to just not be around you if yeah, I know it's hard for me too being around you. It's hard for me too. But I think it might be more difficult for you. Because I'm not the one who's gotta right? So is it better to just, I always knew that it was better to like leave, because fights do stress them out also, but like you're literally seriously stressing them out just being around them, because they feel like they gotta wear the mask. So is it better just leave them alone? Don't stress anybody out. The worst thing you can do is encourage someone to step into that shadow mode. Well, they're always in shadow mode, right? They're never not in shadow mode. They're never. The shadow is always, pretty much always, in the driver's seat. Right? So is it better to just not call? Is it better to just avoid them for their own peace of mind, so they don't have to put on the mask? You know, the thing about it is, it just seems like there's no positive solution. You know, that's what's frustrating. It's a toxic maze with no way out. It seems like sometimes, but it's like there's got to be a way. There's got to be. You don't want to stress anybody out. So if you're gonna have to put on your mask every time I'm around you, maybe I shouldn't be around you for your own sake. Just leave the person at peace. I'll just leave you alone so you don't have to put on your mask. That way you can chill, and I can definitely chill. And then what? Nobody talks to each other? Nobody talks to anybody? That's why it's gotta stop. Everyone just disconnect. Nobody say anything to anybody. I mean, we're kind of headed that way anyway, right? On the street when you go out in public. Do you greet your fellow brothers and sisters? No. You avoid people, right? I'm trying to look people in the eye when I walk by them. I'm trying. But you gotta be careful, right? Should you leave the narcissist alone for their own mental well-being, so they don't have to put on a mask? There's another question. So I have an answer? Bored. Makes you grind your teeth. That's why I gotta stretch my jaw. Makes you grind your teeth. I don't know. I just feel like whatever avoids the stress is the best route, right? Whatever avoids. I mean, sometimes stress is good, right? If you're gonna have to go into acting mode and stress yourself out every time I come around you, maybe I shouldn't come around you. You know? That's something you have to decide for yourself, I guess. You just need to take a break from that person. I give you a break, right? I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna try to interact with you, and you can relax and not have to wear them. I'm sure you're probably gonna wear it for other people. They don't wear it just for you. They've got other people on their grudge list, right? Well, and people who are not on the grudge list, they wear the nice person out. Well, there's a nice person in there somewhere, but you know, it's all smiles and sweet talk around new people, right? Or their neighbors. To leave them be, or at least try to be friendly a little bit. Because that's the problem. Too much coldness. They need to be defrosted. They need to be defrosted. The thing, do I have the power to defrost a person? Is it going to be something that I say? Do I have that power? What made me defrost? Was I ever frozen? I was starting to phrase there I don't know if I was ever frozen. I was starting to phrase up. The thing is, you cannot pinpoint it to one thing because it's so gradual. That's what everybody says, right? It's so true. It's so gradual. Everything's so gradual. The slipping in is gradual, and then it's like waves of the ocean. But slower, like as slow as possible. Is that the garbage? Thank you for your service. So I don't know, to leave them alone. And maybe just keep the interaction short and sweet. Take long breaks, and when you do interact, keep it short and sweet. Probably the less stressful route for everybody. It's probably the best way, right? So when that moment comes, should I call them? Should I go visit them? Just to show them that I can be cool, you know. But then you have to remember, if I do that, they're gonna put on that mask. And it's gonna be stressful for them. Yeah, Birdie, I know. Birdie. Maybe the birdie was chirping at the truck. It's quiet now. It's quiet now. Birdie's like, that's a loud truck. It's okay, Birdie. What is it? It's just another thing you have to weigh out for yourself, I guess. Oh, it's just another awful paradox. The people who need love and attention and affection the most they repel it the most, you know. That's why you have to have nerves of steel to be able to love people who are thorny. To be able to love thorny people. It takes nerves of steel. So I don't know, if you gotta leave them alone for a while, take a long break, make the interaction short, so nobody has to wear a mask. Nobody's stressing out. You're not having to deal with the mask. They don't have to put on the mask. You just don't interact. If they're gonna be that way, something you have to figure out.